NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on wildcard weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini...
For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. KJ Hamler returning it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading him out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
And he comes into this wildcard round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdowns. Passes, and he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Kaepernick now on first down, and he's got the hook up to Moore, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right over.
And right away, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bengals now in great field position to start.
They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in April, the rookie from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Rolling to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Hamler now to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching in.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Kaepernick now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, it's Hines. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They run with Hines. Oh, a good move at the 5. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Williams taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you professed. So,
and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Chiefs now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had to scan it. And that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. And he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The third down, a perfect.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Fielded at the 33. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Colin Kaepernick taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play to score it.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry.
Lawrence will throw.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Flush to his right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick.
Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Kaepernick. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Get him! Come on!
Rondale Moore
from 19 yards away.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's Kaepernick.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Or a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw, Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the 1st down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Bengals grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the fourth. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Fielded right around the 8. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals set to take over. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with Hill. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Trevor Lawrence, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the fourth. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. We come to the stadium. We hope to have the chance to witness something great. Here they've got an opportunity at a game-winning drive.
And just reduce the magnitude of it. Just break it down. Make it simple. Fun, pitch and catch, all the easy stuff. And as the drop...
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Oh, some strong running. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
A good solid gain there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On the carry, here's Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 5. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll look to throw.
That is caught, Bateman.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And they'll run for it with Evans.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's back to throw.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll look to throw, and this is caught, and it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. Kaepernick to throw.
He's got Hamler.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll run it here with Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime.
And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after cash, but it worked really well.
Smith. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
On first down, Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Oh, and it's intercepted. picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Bengals are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On play action, Lawrence. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left.
Justin Rohrwasser in a pressure spot.
And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here's Lawrence.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A run for Hill.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down at 7. They go play action now. Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And perhaps snaps, now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Hill.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. McDonald
rolling to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
They're throwing it on 1st down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a 1st down.
McDonald sets to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. Now, that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is McDonald. He'll get this off to Etienne. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Travis Etienne from 19 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Next score, Ravens 7, Bengals 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, where the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
61, Max Watts, right.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along, because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. First down, and it's Hill again. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Flush to his right. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times, and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that is caught. He's got it for the Bengal touchdown. Rashad Bateman, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Here's McDonald to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now second and 6.
A final shot before break. McDonald out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Here's Hardman on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On first down, McDonald flush to his right. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 12.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Steps away.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Back to throw. McDonald flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Touchdown! Julio Jones from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans.
Evans, fast footwork. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Lawrence will throw. It's complete to Watt. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, fourth quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Looking to throw. McDonald flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
The Bengals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now Lawrence to throw. On his screen, this is Evans.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown!
Darrelson Evans.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Extra point up and through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll go down at the 28.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Lawrence. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Cincinnati. It's the Patriots and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. On play action, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On play action, now Brady. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for New England.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting. Mostert is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
On play action, Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden, his second sack of the night.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Swings this out for Hunt.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Benson Mayowa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They go play action now. Lawrence
rolling to his right. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for Cincinnati.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Justice Hill, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. New England's offense set to go.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 36, Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Flush to his right.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense. about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers? He read it perfectly. Got in there and made the play.
And his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, and even 19 miles an hour.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mo Alley-Cox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. This time, the extra point up and good. That'll make this a 6-point game. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here's Rodgers to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of
the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Evans.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 28 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play action. Now it's Brady.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 37.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now they'll throw with Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here's Brady to throw.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free.
That one's incomplete.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and the Bengals will get the football back.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Caught left side by Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Flushed out right. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it with Hill. And he's in. Touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Rodgers on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Pats at the line ready to go. And their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. On 2nd and inches, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Meanwhile, Brady's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you drop. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
We can't have that.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Brady now to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Bengals, yes, the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl as we say thank you for watching and good night.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the chance from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done. They're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history. Number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the Arizona Cardinals into the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history, and they're trying to win their first NFL title since the Truman administration, when they were the Chicago Cardinals in 1947. It's currently the longest championship drought in the NFL.
And they've moved a couple of times since then as well. From St. Louis, now out to Arizona. They've been identified differently too. St. Louis, then they were Phoenix, now the Arizona Cardinals. But you think back to 2009, Super Bowl 43 in Tampa, when Larry Fitzgerald caught that pass down the middle and was running towards the end zone, you thought to yourself, they're going to win this game. But unfortunately for them, Ben Roethlisberger hooked up with Santonio Holmes. 35 seconds left on the clock. They lost 27-23, but now a chance to claim a Super Bowl title. This team has to be amped. They have to be excited. They'll be ready to play.
Runs over him. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. 2nd and 8 coming up. There's Wilson to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Wilson. It's a screen to Richard. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, we're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And this will be swung out here for counter. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So that one will be accepted.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
An option handoff given to Connor. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. James Conner, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action now. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Mounted it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he gets it down to the 32.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line. In pregame, get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Touchdown! It's complete. Mo Alley-Cox, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Now Wilson on first down. Screen pass to Connor. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, but that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offense?
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
James Conner,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Cardinals have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. On play action, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Here's Lawrence. He'll flip this out to Evans.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Rolling to his right. 20!
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
2nd and 2.
Now Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 44, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Wilson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Pushes past him. Fighting through it. He's got space. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cardinals are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Flushed out right. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Cox. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the...
This is caught inside the 15. They'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Khalil Mack. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 26 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He can't get him down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. back to Connor here on first. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Throwing now is Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now the Bengals down by 10. 1:47 on the clock. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Lawrence. Complete to Boyd. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Connor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And the Cardinals have done it. They're the kings of the